on.
Tell him your
How
name.
you doing in school? What's your name? Come on around and talk to me. Now, dog. Huh? What do you play in school? Any sport?
Can you turn the lights on back over here?
You like football?
Get us
I
some
play
lights. I don't know
You're
if
still
anybody
doing
can
that.
hear me.
Oh yeah, I did. I played football, played rugby. Yeah, racquetball. Huh?
That's a little brighter than what I was
That is-
thinking.
I'm gonna tell you,
Yes, and
that's
because
a lot. That's a lot of fun.
it shows the room
Rugby.
better.
It's an
Okay.
English football game, and
Okay.
they play and the guys who carry the ball, they don't have any blockers. You have a scrum, and what we do, we stay in the back. So the guys will have the ball that carry the ball, they're out front. And when they get ready to get creamed, they're supposed to ladder the ball back. And then that's when the scrum come in. If they can make it
Okay,
across the line.
so if anybody's
you get
actually
through.
watching,
But it is
we're
a
getting
lot of
ready to
fun.
get
You can't wear
started.
any pads.
I got to run around the room and
No pads. No
down here and
pads.
fix the
You
coffee
can wear-
table real
oh,
quick.
yeah, right.
But
That's all.
until we get started, you can kind of hear some of the
But
guys
you
in
can't
back,
wear any
Jeremy
pads.
and
No,
Oscar.
no
They're back
pads.
here having a good
And rugby.
conversation. Oscar's
Once you
good.
get
He's
out,
some of
you
the,
they may
uh,
have it around here.
he's
But it's a
new to
fun-
Anderson,
fun
Madison
game.
County
That was
area.
the funnest sport I played.
So
Of everything I did.
stay tuned.
You
We'll
play it.
probably start talking in the next 30 minutes for anybody that wants to hang out with us on here, or you can show up in person. We got,
It is.
I didn't know they like schools like.
I don't think I can zoom in, but right behind
When I played in
Oscar
college, though.
in the chair, there is coffee, donuts,
Yeah.
bagels, muffins, and
Oh, the online.
they're free for veterans. And then if veterans don't show up, we start giving the food out after 11. We'll go hand it out to the homeless community. So, all right, stay tuned, guys.
Yeah. We played. I think I used to do.
Got it.
You got it all live?
I got it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make this screen go bigger though.
Magic
And
stuff.
we went all over with the Illinois. We went all over wherever we could get a game,
Oh, that's fair.
and we had fun. Oh man!
Just take
And
the
after the
old church
game,
bus.
big pardon.
Just take the old church bus there.
Yeah, we had. That's when they had we had a bus. Remember the VW bus?
Yeah.
That's what we traveled in.
That's awesome.
Yes, and guess what else?
That's
Our mascot was a Saint Bernard, and he went with us.
Big old Saint
Named
Bernard.
Brutus.
Brutus the Saint Bernard.
Yes,
That's awesome.
we had fun, man. I mean, fun.
That's what it's about.
Yes, and then we ended up with the girls. They in Fort Wayne. They had a girls rugby team.
Really?
I don't know if it's still intact.
Probably.
Yeah. Well, I haven't. I've been back and I got out, and I'm too old. When they used to send me to my playing rugby, it's too old now.
I can understand that.
You're too old to play now.
I'm 82 years old.
Yeah. Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Sometimes my phone butt dials you, Aaron, when I'm not even meaning to butt dial you.
All I
Okay.
want to do, all I do now, I joined I had both hips replaced.
Yeah.
And I joined the White River Health Club.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so I go there Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Keeps you busy? Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
over there on Skyfield by White River in Irondale.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a nice gym.
Is it?
Yeah. She got everything on one floor.
That's nice.
Yeah. Yeah, they got guys down there. I just want to tone.
Yeah.
You got they got guys down there. You hear
Yeah, muscle guys,
They got them
meatheads.
guys.
Yeah.
I said that ain't for me.
Yeah.
I
We
did
got,
bring them.
I work at the Army Reserve Center in Indianapolis, and there's a gym there I go to 3 days a week.
Yeah.
I go in the morning, it's just me in there by myself, so it's
Oh,
not.
you good
Yeah,
then?
right?
Yeah.
It's super nice.
You living in Indianapolis?
No, I live like right down the road on 8th Street.
Oh, you work there though.
Yeah, I used to work remote, but then Trump took away all remote.
Okay.
So I had to find me an office.
Okay, so you go to Indianapolis every day.
About 50 minutes.
Oh, I know. Some of those days, not like this windy as heck in it.
yesterday it was real bad coming home, but it's not bad. It's like 20 miles. The little
Okay.
towns kind of get you, you gotta slow down.
Yeah.
It's not terrible.
Oh, okay.
Worst things in life.
Uh-huh.
Plus, I'm on the road a lot too. Like,
Oh, yeah?
weeks ago, I was in DC. I went to DC for a conference. Week before that, I was in Oklahoma.
Oh, you gotta try to travel.
I don't want to travel. They just send me all over the place.
It's because you're good at what you do.
Well,
Darren.
we just got projects all over the place.
And your job is, say that again?
So our customer, the Army Petroleum Center, will call us because we're their agency. They'll say, "Hey, we want you to go look at this fuel plant. Look at it, see what's wrong, what you can fix, code violations, all those things." And we'll give them a big 100-page report
Right.
with a spreadsheet. Say, "Here you go. What do you want to fix?" And they'll go through this, and this. Take that, design it, build it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's neat.
it's interesting. It's challenging. Interesting.
You know, I went through a machine repair. I never, ever, of course, I didn't have a dad, I didn't have no mechanic. I grew up in a house with a bunch of women. There was no mechanical background or nothing. You take this out.
I grew up with my dad, and he had no mechanical, so it's not just you.
But I enjoyed what, you know, if you tear something apart,
Yeah.
and you can put it back together, or I did fabrication. I learned how to weld.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My 20s, I was a millwright, so I spent a lot of time
Okay,
welding,
now say, yeah, I understand.
building machinery and
Right.
all those fun things. I really liked it, but then the economy crashed, and I needed a job at family sports, so I joined the Army.
So you joined the.
That's really what happened. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, the millwrights. See now, when I went to technical school,
Yeah.
trying to get into the millwrights because I put my application in because I'm being there in the company and I should be the first one to get hired.
Yeah.
They didn't do that.
A lot of places say that, and they don't do it too.
Right.
Yeah, I get it.
But so I had to go and take classes to learn how to take the aptitude test.
Oh, okay.
And I got into how I got into skill trades. Yeah, so I had to go to class on Tuesdays and Thursdays after I got off work and study for an hour, and then you'd have homework. Yeah, but if you wanted, it wasn't a must.
Yeah.
But because at that time they had equal a minority. They put a minority on and put a white guy on. They put it like that, even up all the way up. That way it wasn't overwhelmed because there was not many minority guys in skilled trades.
Really?
And there,
Back when?
back in '65,
And there wasn't very many in skilled trades?
no, not at Harvester,
Okay.
but we had quite a few.
My dad spent his life as a maintenance guy in a factory,
Yeah.
boundaries and stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, like I say, when I grew up in the South, there was nothing like that in Louisiana. Coming up, going through a high school, you saw people. You saw they worked on a trash truck. They did cement work. They did ditches. They put the gas line down. And I says, I didn't go to school 12 years to do nothing like that.
I mean, that's fair. A lot of that stuff's good jobs, though. I mean, nowadays.
But you were digging those ditches by
Yeah,
hand.
that's not much fun. Yeah, that's not much fun at all.
No.
Did you say you're bringing your coffee?
Yeah. No, that's, yeah. Yeah, I got pretty lucky with my job. So I got out of the Army and I went to work for the state, for Indiana Department of Transportation.
Yeah,
I started out jackhammering bridges right out of the Army.
right.
I worked all the way up to being a project manager in 7 years.
That's good. So you understand the system.
Yeah, I mean, because I was at the time, I was 20, I was like 31. I was like one of the youngest foremen in the state.
Okay,
Yeah, and the whole state.
right.
Yeah, me and my buddy he beat me to it. 'Cause
Oh,
he was
okay.
a political ass kisser, I wasn't. So it took me longer. It took me like 2 years longer to get there.
Why is it now this thing they advertise on TV for Indianapolis about skilled trades? If you want to become a pipe fitter, you ever seen that?
Because they're dying. Nobody wants to work, like you said. I mean, the trades are dying out. Like it's short electricians and blower makers
Yeah.
and welders. There's a massive shortage for people.
You know, and you know, I'm
They
telling
have a
you,
lot of money too, which I don't. But you got to work though.
you got to work. Yeah,
Yeah.
But I told, this is what when I be talking a lot of my guys, I tell them, I'm tell you this, man. If you want a good job, if you go into college and you think you're gonna get general studies, you ain't gonna get nowhere there.
That's true, yeah.
You're just wasting your time.
And money.
That's right. I says, you need to go find your vocational one.
Absolutely right.
I tell all of them, find you a vocational school and learn the trade. Once you get in the trade, you are good for life.
I tried to tell my oldest son that. Like, he wanted to be a machinist. He went a couple years in high school. He went to like machinist, fill-out training. He got out of school. He didn't want to do it. I said, spend 4 years of your life learning a trade. Get a
Right.
journeyman's card.
Right,
You're good for life. You have something to fall back on.
right.
So, but grown man, he does look at it. But
Well,
I wasn't smart. I meant to do that too. But life gave it to me.
Well, I'm gonna tell you.
Timber will do something like that.
I did it because when I grew up, I had the job was offered to me when I got out of high school. I said, I didn't, and it was still segregated.
Yeah.
You didn't get it. You go work on a trash truck or dig the ditch, and the guy would leave home across the street from us, nice clean clothes. When he got home that afternoon, looked like he'd have been in a mud bath because he had been down in there digging it. I said to him, Mr. Jim, I like your conversation, but I didn't go to school that many years to dig this.
That's fair. I would agree. It's
I
a
said
hard
so.
life to live.
No.
And that's a hard job.
Yeah. Digging ditches.
Yeah, and another thing, they didn't have those bearing cage protector.
Yeah, it was just.
That's right. If that thing came in on you, if you didn't get out in time, you were buried alive.
Yeah, safety's come a long way since then.
Yes.
It still happens, but yeah, skilled trades is.
I
I've heard that on the radio about people. They're hurting people, and it's only going to get worse. Nobody wants to work.
Well, I know they lazy.
And that's a lot of money you can make in skilled trades.
Yeah, the guy they advertise that all the time. I tell everybody, I says, you need to go into skilled trades.
Absolutely.
I says, unless you're gonna become a technician of something to do with medical, but you got to be good at that, because if you don't, you won't get that. You wasting your money and your time taking general studies.
I was like medical stuff. It's so like competitive to get into programs.
Yes.
It's really hard, and they're crazy short for nurses. They have been for a long time.
Yeah, I
But
knew
they
that.
only take like so many at a time to try to get the better people.
That's
You don't want somebody like me being there. So let's be honest.
What'd you say? You didn't want somebody like
They don't want you
nurse?
don't want me fixing your leg when you chop it off. but-
Okay, let me ask you a question, okay? When it comes to somebody running for the Madison County Sheriff, okay, would you rather have, or in your opinion, do you think somebody should be qualified for the job that they're applying for?
You should be qualified for any job you apply
He'd
for.
be qualified, that's right.
And now, do you think a sheriff should be qualified in law enforcement, or at least the very minimum military experience?
He should have some kind of qualification.
As a sheriff, you're in charge of a whole department. I would say you need a significant amount of qualifications.
Yes.
Okay,
Like
so,
15, 20 years. of
So what you getting at?
well, because we got somebody running for sheriff that's in his 20s, and he has
Like
no,
what, early 20s?
like 25, 26, right
Pretty
now.
young.
Didn't go to college for anything law, and and just no, I don't care about your college experience. Educated people could do the job. I get it.
Right.
But he doesn't have any type of legal background. He didn't go to basic training, AIT, or any type of military school, and he hasn't been in law enforcement. He's a current sitting county council member at large, and he's been there for 2 years, and he has 2 years left. But instead of sitting and doing the rest of his term, he's trying to run for sheriff.
I have a hard time believing he would get elected for sure.
I
Well,
would too. I don't believe he would.
well, Karen, I know some of you guys call her Karen, or me Karen, Catherine, and I think that he might have an actual good chance, even though
Really?
we wouldn't vote for him. Yeah, because you know why? His name.
Was he like
His name.
connected? His dad got money or something?
His dad's the Madison County auditor, and his mom is on the city council.
Uh,
And they're using the same sign. Okay, so you can't, there's no, you can't differentiate between whose signs are out.
Yeah,
So it just says Colt, right? And then it doesn't tell you what position they're running for. It's just, vote Colt. Now, the rest of us, we've been talking
That-
about it on other
that's false
podcasts.
advertising.
We've been talking about it on other podcasts, right? And so, like, if you drive down Scatterfield, now, of course, today you might not see any of them because some of the signs.
CULT,
It's CULP.
LP.
huh?
CULP.
I got a big sign.
Yeah, they're the big ones.
The big
Yes.
ones, yeah. They belong to 3 family members.
Really? I didn't know there was 3 of them.
Yeah, it's what I would consider political nepotism, and they're 3 of the highest positions in
Why
Madison
would you
County.
run for sheriff, though? That seems like a long shot.
The paycheck.
No, I get
Figured out, it's the
sheriffs.
biggest paycheck in the county.
Yeah, sheriffs make the most
Okay,
money.
it's like 100 and, I thought it was 110, 115. And then I saw something else that said 125. And I think Catherine posted something on her,
It's north
her
of 100
page.
for sure.
I think it was upwards of like 150 to 165. And I'm like, he don't even care
That's
about
a
the
lot of money.
qualifications. Though he probably knows they can train him somehow, but I think he wanted the paycheck. But I can't vote for that. I can't vote for I
No.
wouldn't follow him into a war zone.
Well, a lot of people would vote for the name, I would say, is what he's counting on.
And that's what Catherine and I were saying. And then he's done a really good job. He's running a really good campaign right now because he's out of all the candidates running for sheriff, he's the one going door to door. He's already sent out 6 mailers. I didn't get one though, did I? I didn't get one.
I didn't get one either, so
You didn't
I
get
haven't
one?
gotten one.
Well, okay.
maybe I'm not on the list.
What are you registered to vote?
Yeah.
I'm
Here in
registered. I
Madison
just got
County?
registered when I
Yeah,
went through the
registered
license
since I've been
bureau.
here, Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, as soon as I got my license here, I registered here.
I wondered, because sometimes they do these things.
Has he
called
sent them
walking-
out to the money neighborhoods versus my broke ass neighborhood here on High Street?
I don't know, because you've got a neighbor over there that's in House District 36 is catty corner.
What happened to your neighborhood?
It's just
8th Street, on the west side,
It's a little-
over by Arrow and,
Sycamore. I live between Arrow and Sycamore. It's a little run down.
yeah, my mom and them live behind, on
I
9th
go to
Street.
church over there.
I ain't nothing wrong with it.
What
I
church
just said
do you go
there's.
to?
Davis, all I know, I come up Arrow Street, cross the railroad tracks, and it used to be a factory across from it.
Okay,
Davis,
It's up a little ways, yeah.
okay, I see what you're
It's more
saying.
over, yeah. I know
Yeah.
about that.
uh-huh.
We got 10 viewers
Yeah,
on
there's just-
here.
There's just no money in my neighborhood, is what I'm saying. Money doesn't get you elected. Money gets
Okay.
you elected, let's be honest. So,
Oh, yeah,
I mean, it's nice. My neighbors are super nice. A lot of them are older people.
right.
But it's just, they don't have the money to upkeep houses.
Oh, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. I can't do the sound.
I haven't
Okay.
heard anything. I haven't.
All right, guys, I gotta get some earbuds real
I
quick.
moved here and I registered, when I got my license and everything. I got my registration card. And tell me you registered on the vote. So I gotta, get with my daughter to find out where is I would go to. I'm in, 46012. That's, Hey, man.
One, two? Okay. How do you
I'm
know?
Hey, good morning.
Courthouse, I guess, or no?
We are live,
Noise.
on the new Veterans Coffee Club podcast that we're gonna do each month. So if you're over there, you can't see you, but if you're over, you want to join in, it's
Nothing,
kind of
man.
like right in here. And I might bring it down there to get closer to Oscar because he was telling us some good stories.
He's
a
got the
minute
good
ago.
stories. Live the good eventful life.
Okay. So we were going to talk about, well,
when my daughter told me, I said, I don't know. I said, how can you go to 2 veteran meetings the same day? I just found out. So I will be here from now
We appreciate
on.
that.
I think ours is easy to find.
I'll be here first.
I think what your wife was concerned about isn't there another coffee club
Yeah,
and it's at the Impact Center?
yeah.
Yes,
And that's what we were telling him.
I think that's what she was concerned about.
Yeah, well, I'll be coming to this one. This is the main bets, right?
This is the countywide one. And we accept everyone. You don't have to have a club card to be in this one.
We're all veterans. We're
Can I hear you? Let's see.
getting all fancy over there.
Ooh.
So how many years you say you did Navistar? 30?
Big pardon?
How many years did you do that or International Harvester?
I had 30.
30. It's a long time.
Yeah, yeah. I retired there.
Nice.
Hmm. But we don't have that anymore.
No, well, few and far between, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah.
But most people don't stay in places that long either. Let's be honest.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't
But
know.
I enjoyed what I was doing.
Yeah, that's what matters.
Yeah. Only one thing that I had a problem with when they put me on third shift.
Right.
It was hard for me to stay awake.
I couldn't stay awake.
I've
I couldn't
worked
stay
third
awake
shift. I
on third
understand. It's not much.
Yeah.
I would work third versus second. Though. Second is awful.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you, I could make it on second. But when I had to be standing out, I had to walk outside and get a wake up. And it was guys you'd get caught. One guy, he was sleeping and snoring. And the man said, "You were sleeping out?" He said, "I wasn't sleeping, I was reading." I laughed at that one.
That's funny.
Yeah. But I did my 30 year.
There's
You
not
got out.
many places that you can do that are worse staying, in my opinion. I mean, there's not many like big factories. Like
Right.
I don't know of any around here, honestly.
No, I heard all of them were closed up.
Talking about the
Even over the
factories,
one in,
Big ones.
the big ones.
Like
Yeah.
Delco,
Yeah.
like Delco was here for a long time, right? It closed down. Places like
guys
that.
didn't want to work.
Well, that's true.
The guys, they tell me the guys come in and they go to sleep or be cooking or playing cards.
Cooking playing cards.
That's what I was told.
I've seen a lot of things. It doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me.
They moved a lot of the jobs out of the country.
Yes.
Part of it too.
That's true.
Mexico or
That's what they did.
I heard that Caterpillar moved some to like Mexico, then they moved it back because of the quality. They were spending the same amount of money redoing the parts.
Okay.
Because the labor here is obviously ridiculous. Like we pay way too much, but they had to move the factory back.
Yeah. Well, they didn't. We had problems in the mixing of that steel because it had to drill, and they didn't know how to do it over in Mexico.
Really?
Yeah, because we went through so many the tooling.
I bet.
Yes, so they had to bring some of that back, or they had to send it through the furnaces again to re-tamper that. Yeah, so we can drill on it.
So did you like build the tractors there? Or did you guys
We built a truck there.
Oh, the truck.
The
Oh,
Scout?
nice. Okay.
Yeah, we built the big. Had the big IH there.
Yeah.
We built the biscuit. We built all the big trucks there, and then we had everything there. We had a foundry. We had a machine shop. We had a tool and die. Everything was there. If you had a problem with anything, it could be fixed right there at the plant there.
There's definitely not places like that anymore either.
I know.
It all comes from somewhere else.
And those dies, when you become a tool and die maker, you had 8 years to go through apprenticeship.
8 years?
Yeah,
Wow.
because you had to go on the finished side and the rough side. It was all different. Yeah,
That's great.
and you should have seen those hammers, man. Those hammers, yes, and they used to be, wow. You can put a piece of steel in there. You made good money though. Yes.
Yeah, that's.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm sure there wasn't a lot of safety back there either. So
No.
right along
No.
the-
A Mr. Safety Officer.
Yeah. Yeah. Different times. Different
Yeah.
times.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's awesome.
yeah. I did my share.
I don't know. I can't think of any place around here that's a big factory like that. I don't know. I think from Anderson's not really either.
They're not like they used to. And then we've been studying this.
I don't know what NT is.
That's on the
Yeah,
other side of town.
Like the
South
Nestle,
Anderson.
Yeah.
it looks like a big place.
Oh, we were talking-
Nestle,
I'm not
yeah.
Sure what they make.
But then
It's huge.
inside, like the Delco Rini plant and all that over on Scatterfield, it's contaminated. We were out there looking
I'm
at
sure it
it.
is. Every place from a long time ago is contaminated.
Well, Anderson
Yeah.
Redevelopment Commission tipped us off to a plume over underneath Plant 7 this
PFAS
week.
or what?
What's that?
What kind of plume?
TCE gases.
As they used to dump everything in the ground back then. They didn't. There's not an environmental office and stuff, like there's now.
Right.
See,
Yeah.
he knows what.
I mean, that's just how they did it.
That's
No,
just
because
what
that's
they
what
did.
his job.
I know.
It's not all my job. I deal with some of it. I deal with a lot of PFAS stuff.
We have PFAS in the White River
That stuff is everywhere too.
and in some of our finished drinking water,
Yeah.
but Anderson hasn't posted the water quality reports yet. They promised me last month that they would get them to me soon, but we'll see.
It should all be public records, shouldn't it?
Well, it's
Supposed to be.
all of them are up to 2024, but we've been tracking the contaminated water. And so I think they're trying to hide the PFAS because Neil McKee told us in 2024 that the PFAS was testing high for like the last couple of years,
Well, they
right?
changed the limit too, so it depends on
Recently.
what you consider.
What's the limit?
It's super low. It's like a couple parts per million now.
Okay. And that was when, within the last couple months?
It's probably 18 months ago, give or take.
Okay.
Because it was like, I don't know,
It was
50
two.
parts per million.
Well, whatever. It was
Now
like
it's
two
3 parts per
something.
million or something.
It was two something somewhere that I
That's a
looked.
pretty big change.
Yeah, I think they did drop it down because they keep saying it's within limits. And I keep reminding them, okay, fine, for some of us it's in limits, but if you got somebody that already has a compromised immune system and they're drinking water that has PFAS in it,
There's
And
all kinds
or-
of other stuff in our
or the-
water we're drinking too. I mean, the
chlorine.
report is lead and chlorine, and there's because acceptable levels. So you're
Yeah,
drinking all kinds of
acceptable
stuff. It's not
levels.
just water
Right.
we're drinking.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I cook with it. I buy water, bottled water.
that's probably the way to do it. I don't know. I've been drinking out of the tap for a long time. That's probably why the way I am, you know.
Well, it seems hard to get away from any of it because they're spraying stuff in the skies. The soil's contaminated, the water's
Well,
contaminated.
think about your food. Like you go to the grocery store, all that food is grown. They pump the cows full of so much stuff, so they grow so fast, so they can make more. Same thing with chickens. They live in a little cage. You can just pump them full of feed. They just eggs, 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 eggs. You eat all kinds of chemicals that people don't ever think about. It's just how it is.
Well, you got a point there.
Or you pay $20 for some organic eggs that are spoiled by the time you get home. Or you can go get them
Aw.
from Nicole. She's got 5,000 chickens.
Well,
Don't tell on me, bro.
Grow your own food. I didn't know, the hospital over there where we went, they got a garden, they grow their food and they give it away. Did you know that?
The one
Where?
down here or
Yeah.
over here?
Community.
Oh, community? That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, in fact, all the vegetables that they serve in the cafeteria is garden grown.
Uh-huh.
Pretty big garden, huh?
Yeah, they got, the lady was telling me, the nurse was telling me about it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
She said some of the stuff they have already bagged up. When you come over, they just give it to you.
Yeah, we have a full-time farmer on staff.
Really? That's super nice.
So when they start giving it to you?
No, they started doing that about 5 years ago.
No, I'm talking about, maybe I go get me a bag of fruit or something.
Probably when it warms up, I would say a little bit.
Yeah, there's nothing now.
Huh?
There's
Probably.
nothing there now.
May, June, maybe you might have first crop. Probably
Okay,
later than that. I guess you greenhouse it, but
go get me a bag.
yeah, why not?
Yes.
Trying to figure out where I want to share this to. What did I say we were going to talk about?
Lots of
you
stuff.
want a bottle of water,
Iran.
a cup of coffee?
Probably.
That was a good topic
I got the coffee
yesterday.
this time.
Just black or you want
Yeah.
things?
Black.
There's two different.
You
sizes.
brought up Iraq. Is
Well,
that
we were talking about that KC 135
Yeah.
the case? Okay.
that Mr. Oscar was talking about. Yeah.
What?
Okay.
KC 135 that crashed in Iraq with the 6 people died.
Yeah.
Seems odd to me that I heard it was a head-on collision. I just think it's odd.
You think somebody shut it down?
That sounds.
I mean, I don't.
Thank you.
You don't hear a lot of airplanes running into each other head-on.
I gotta come over.
So, it's just odd to me.
Oh, yeah, this chair's got everything
That's a
on it.
Yeah.
Cadillac of chairs, man. That's nice.
Pop out.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Oh goodness.
There you go.
Yeah. Thank you.
the sound sounds good, so that's a good sign. We were concerned that we wouldn't be able to hear.
Fancy. I think we lost another service member, was it this week or last week?
What?
No, we lost,
We lost like 7 or 8 total now.
there was something, and I'm
We
getting ready to
lost
start
another
pulling up some, the articles on here so that I can have my facts. I don't want to, whatever. But there was I saw one where there was like a fob. They've set up some like basic fob somewhere and got mortared, but there was nothing. It just looked like it was
all
some,
ADA folks that were getting hit by drones and stuff.
I don't know. The
Yeah,
ones
I
I
don't-
saw were soldiers, and they didn't look like soldiers to me. And I'm like, why are you sending people that look like they should be sitting behind a desk into a war zone, and then stuff like that happened? And
Most
then
of
now,
them are in like
Who did
Saudi
that?
Arabia.
well, I'm getting ready to pull the article up because I can't remember. I just remember seeing something on my Facebook popped up, and it looked like like maybe National Guard guys. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, a big company.
I know a serviceman died,
The company in Iowa were reservists. That was my last assignment. I was their CSM. And I personally knew one of them that got killed.
oh, yeah?
And the wrap ceremony, what it was conducted in Kuwait, was conducted by an Anderson University graduate who happens to be an Air National Guard chaplain. Yeah, see, what people don't understand is all these casualties over the last several years are not active duty. They're National Guard reservists that are taking the brunt of the casualties.
See, and that's what, when I looked at the pictures on the news that I saw, that was the first thing I thought was, these guys are not trained soldiers that they're sending in
They
there.
are.
Well,
trained.
okay, yes, they're trained, just not,
Basic, that's about it.
You're just not full-time soldiers. Like
Right.
Right.
Not, yeah, no, I get it. Still, it's soldiers.
my thing when they deploy them too is some of them don't even have the right gear. So I hope, whoever they're sending over there is getting what they, getting the right gear.
That's part of the problem.
I think that's always been part of the
Yeah,
problem.
yes, yep.
From
When they deployed them to
era.
DC and I saw that some of the soldiers didn't even have socks, I was like, are you serious? Like I
Did
felt
they have
so,
what?
they didn't even have like the right socks. They didn't have the right gear. So they took like National Guard guys, sent them in, and then it was wintertime
Yeah.
when they sent them, and it had been snowing and different things like that. They just had their best basic gear with them. And so then I was seeing posts online.
In a parking garage.
And I was seeing the people were asking for their address so they could send them stuff, and I was just like, man, why would
Probably
you?
just spooled them up and sent them in a hurry and logistically.
No, that's what they
planned
did,
for
but
it.
I feel bad for them.
Yeah, that's part of it. So let's be honest, we all.
It is
You
part
get
of it.
there and you don't have what you need, you go try to make it work. That's just how it is.
Wow.
I've never been without socks though, but lots of other things.
Well, I knew I served with a couple soldiers that they wouldn't even wear matching socks, so they, we was because the machines would always eat them, or they'd lose them or whatever, and they weren't readily available on the bases over there in Germany either.
I had the best job in the service when I was in.
Yeah,
I thought I was a signal corps. And all I did, I had every clearance there was. I had the need to know. I worked in a vault. And I go in that vault and stay there. And I stayed there my time. Then I could leave and go off base and anytime I got ready.
nice.
Yeah, I was in career and I like that.
You got lucky, then, it sounds like. You got very
I'm
lucky.
blessed, man.
Yeah,
I'm blessed.
For sure, for sure.
God has been looking after this old guy here. And I thank him every day I get up.
Absolutely.
That's right.
And then he
For
sent
some
you to
reason,
Anderson.
it's not.
Say what?
And then he sent you to Anderson.
Well, hey,
He's looking at you.
You know,
looking at you, all right.
no, I've heard a lot of folks say, man, I don't know why you came to Anderson. I said, well, it's wherever you go, you make the best of it. And you can go to Louisiana and you're going to fall into the rut.
Yeah.
I don't have no problem. I enjoy the people. I met a lot of folks since I've been going down to the gym. I got this one family I just met. The whole family sings.
Really?
Yeah, they it's like, 2 guys and 3 girls, mom and dad. And they put on concerts around here. And they working out down there. When they ain't working out, they going to the gym.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That is cool.
I'm telling you.
There's a lot of interesting people if you go to talk to people. A lot of people.
It is. That's the whole thing about it.
There are.
I like
interesting
people, that's it.
here.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
For some reason, it's not showing me live, but I'm live.
Wonders of technology.
I know it's because I'm not at home on my desktop, so I'm on my laptop, and then I got all these little issues over here. Okay, so what'd you say you said it was a
Who are you
C,
talking to?
the plane? What kind of plane was it?
KC-135. Yeah, that's what crashed in Iraq. Was a KC-135.
Yeah.
Oh, that just happened. Okay,
Yeah, it
so
was like
I
this
didn't know
week, I
about that. Okay,
Really?
I didn't. I've had a very busy week.
That's understandable.
Monday was the Board of Public Safety. Tuesday was the Anderson Redevelopment Commission, where I went toe to toe with Richard Sims. He tried to adjourn the meeting and kick all of us out, and we were like, "We are not leaving until we get our words out, buddy." Okay, so PBS. Okay, let me get this on the screen so you can see what we're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know. They were refueling. I don't know.
Yeah,
You never know the whole story.
they
It
wouldn't have-
doesn't matter. 6 people, still 6 people.
They were on a refueling mission.
They were on a refueling mission.
But
Okay.
I agree with you. There shouldn't have been 2 KCs in the same vicinity.
It's
of
odd
the
that
refueling
they
mission.
head on together,
Yeah.
in my opinion. But stranger things have happened. So,
Okay. This is the accident that they are referencing.
does it say where that plane was out of?
No, they were holding off until.
To the
next
notified
weekend.
families?
Yeah.
Okay. It says it was in, well, this article's coming out of Seoul, Korea.
My brother ran a wing that was based out of Lewis that was KC-135s.
Well, there's a wing. I mean, that's what Grissom's pushing.
They have
So-
135 there?
Mhm.
It just says Western Iraq, but I
Yeah,
bet,
they're still, they haven't notified Mexico.
They'll push it
Okay.
out next week or something.
interesting, because I thought you guys were talking about the first one, then there was like 6 people that died in like the first engagement, I think, within the first 48 hours.
Yeah, they're trying to stay.
I was watching Valhalla on YouTube last night, and he was talking about he showed the map, and they were special forces guys, and they were talking about how Iran's almost, you can't just drive into it because it's like pretty much surrounded, like on the one side by Iraq, it's got all the mountains. I didn't realize that until they started pointing it out last night. And they said it's really hard to get the helicopters over the mountains.
Yeah, I've never smelled like going over high mountains.
And then they were talking about something to do with the Kurds and possibly getting the Kurds involved again. But then they were both saying that every time that the Americans asked the Kurds to participate in our wars, they always get shafted at the end. So
Once you don't get that idiot in North Korea involved, he's going to be the one to launch the damn nuke.
no, did you see the memes they were making about him? And he, like when everybody was shooting off the, I don't know, first couple days, it was just a bunch of people blowing other stuff up. And then they had this picture of him standing like he was all lonely because nobody asked him to participate in the war. It's kind of funny. Not really, but kind of funny.
The world's a crazy place.
And then I think it was like last week or the week before, I think he was practicing something.
They do a lot of weird publicity stuff over there, I think. It's the only fat guy in a country full of starving people, though.
Okay, it does say that this is the most serious mid-air collision involving the plane since like 1966. And then it says 1966, it was a B-52 bomber carrying nuclear bombs struck a tanker near Palomar, Spain. Wow. Let me see what else. Let's see what else somebody else had to say. What were you at? What did you ask about it? Did you say where it was at in Iraq?
I just where like the wing was at, but they'll post it when they
Yeah.
notify the family. So I was just curious where it was out of, where it was based out of. I don't know. I'm sure they got them quite a few places.
Okay. Let's see. So there was a couple of things. I couldn't believe what was going on in New York either. There was, but that Lang dude keeps going in and provoking everyone.
Who?
This guy named Nick Lang,
Jake
Jake
Lang.
Lang. Oh man. He is off the chain. And then he went up into Michigan and he took bacon and a Bible and was chasing Muslims around, fighting with them.
Jesus.
They took somebody's bus and spray painted the sign of it. It was like one of the politicians up there. They spray painted the sign of it and then took it right into a Muslim neighborhood. So got them all riled up north. But then he tried to pull the same crap again up in Minnesota. And
He got beat
got-
up.
he got beat up real bad.
I mean,
Here, let me pull that
he
one up.
didn't get killed. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
No, but
It was.
you know what? If you get almost killed by a crowd of people supporting something, right? Like, why would you keep going back to provoke them? I saw the fear of God in his eyes. Like when there was one moment where he was trying to hide on the side of a building after and there's a mob of people, like 100 people standing there, and he's trying to hide. And then somebody just grabs his legs and they just take him off into
All
the
for
crowd.
publicity, trying to get his name out there.
Oh man,
Hate is hate. It doesn't matter how you look at it.
that was
This day
pretty
and age,
bad. I
there's
mean,
no
and so then he goes into New York.
color, creed, or religion. It's all stupid in my opinion.
So he just went into New York the other day and caused a big old thing when the Iran stuff started popping off. And then he wound up getting, there was 2 guys that ran in and they had an IED,
Oh, the mayor's house. I heard
the
about
mayor's
that.
house. That
Caught him before they blew it up or something, right?
they got lucky on that one. They got really lucky. And I saw a picture where it looked like it was like what do you call it? Let me type that in so you can see the picture of it. It was a makeshift bomb. And it had like duct tape or the black tape that was wrapping it.
If that thing would have exploded, a lot of folks would have got hurt.
Yeah,
Right,
that's the problem. Yeah.
That was what they were talking about, was if that would, the improvised explosive device, if it would have exploded, it would have hurt everybody. So I know the guys in the room can't see that. Oh, this one on.
The world's a crazy place. There's always craziness going on somewhere.
But the NYPD came in and they stopped a bunch of people from getting hurt. So there was so the Jake Lang was protesting something. And then the anti-protesters came. And then they hit. But it was a lot like, I don't know, it's too close for home. Too close to home for me. Yeah, there's a good picture. Let me blow that up.
Crazy stuff.
Well, I'm glad my time's over with now. I can't be back in there no more.
I saw guys trying to pull their uniforms out, like in case Washington D.C. called so they could go. I'm like, I'm not even gonna play. I'm not gonna fit in mine. I already know it. I'm fluffy.
I don't even know where mine is. It wouldn't work now, no way.
That's it.
If I did my job, I served my time.
This one next.
And you said you were just in Korea?
Yeah, I was in Seoul, and then we moved. I went from Seoul to Daegu, because when they was running the DMZ, across the DMZ, whenever they got ready. See, because everybody over there is cousins. You can't tell, I'm not trying to be funny, racist or nothing. They're all, you can take one uniform and put on another, they look just like a North Korean. And they would do that. And so what they did, they took everything that was secret on down, on up, moved it down to Busan, and left confidential and stuff like that there in Seoul. Yeah.
We still got quite a few bases in Korea.
Yeah, they do.
We
They got a lot. I know
got like
a
10.
lot, not a lot. I know a few people that are over there teaching.
Really? You speak English?
Yes.
You make a pretty good living doing that?
They've been over there all their lives. Just
Really?
about. They got out of high school or college, and they've been there ever since.
Wow.
Yeah, they're all over. Yeah, and I tell you, it has changed a lot. Yeah,
Yeah, I've never been. I've been to Japan. It's pretty nice. It's crazy how clean it is, like in Japan.
Right.
No trash, no litter. People are super
Mhm.
nice.
I seen when they used to get a hog that transportation, get him drunk and knock him out and put him on a bicycle and take him to the market. They had every way of moving whatever they wanted to, whatever they engineered, they did it. They used to climb mountains with an A-frame on the back
There he
or
is.
motors on their back.
Oof.
Those are some strong people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so do you guys have service connection disabilities?
I do.
Okay.
Like, probably everybody does, let's be honest.
Well, I know, probably everybody does.
You mean like
So
get a rating for it?
what was your experience when you went and tried to do comp claims?
So I got out medically from the Army. So
Okay.
it was a little bit easier for me. Like I got my rating before I got out. But I
Okay.
waited like, I don't know, 4 years, 5 years, and I went back and did it. And it wasn't awful painful, but it wasn't super easy. But I heard the stories of people, like my dad, for instance, Vietnam vet, Purple Heart, he spent 15 years fighting with the VA until they passed the PACT Act.
Until they passed the pact?
Yeah, they've told him no a bunch of times.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Because that was my biggest argument about trying to go to war right now. I was like, well, we still got guys from Nam that haven't got their benefits yet. So it's like, to me, when I see them go over there and start fighting, it's like I'm seeing a bunch of people getting ready to come back home, and then they're not even going to be able to get benefits for a year to 5 years once they get back.
Well, historically, we tend to give more money away than we do take care of our own people. Like, we give billions of dollars to Ukraine and the Middle East, and we got people starving to death here, people on homeless lines, and people not eating. I mean, take care of your people first, in my opinion.
Well,
So,
the older vets in the room probably don't watch YouTube videos very often, but have you guys ever looked up stuff on YouTube to figure out how to file claims?
I'm done.
You're done?
I'm done. I'm properly rated, so.
You're properly rated? Okay.
a lot of people aren't. It's a struggle.
What did you do? I mean, did you have help? Did you go through like a,
Initially I went through American Legion
Okay.
and they weren't very good.
because that was my experience too.
Yeah, they weren't very good. And then I have a friend who knows the VA compensation process that helped me. And once he got involved, everything just moved like clockwork.
Nice. I've heard a lot of different like VSOs and stuff, like VFW having and stuff. Some of them are really good and others aren't.
Every service organization is required to have a VSO.
They're required to?
Yes.
I thought it was like they were doing it to be nice.
No, I thought they were required to, but
Okay.
you could be right. The problem is, no one VSO is, I mean, you could have, your husband could be great and you both are certified. Your husband could be great and you could be lousy. You know, it's a roll of the dice. I read an article yesterday where the state of Indiana, in conjunction with the American Legion, is going to put together an accreditation program for at least the county VSO, so all of them are certified with the same training.
Oh, nice.
The problem, I think, especially with the county VSOs, they're not paid well enough.
Well, they're part-time too, aren't they?
Yeah, most
The
of them.
county
20 hours a
ones?
week, yeah.
Yeah, you have some, so for example, here in Madison County, I'm just gonna throw this out. They could be making $20,000 a year. But you go over to Hendricks County and those guys could be making $30,000 to $40,000 a year. There's no standardization because the VSOs all fall underneath the county commissioners.
That's right, because when we lost ours, when, what's his name, David just stepped down or something a few months ago. I don't remember who they said. No, yeah, I do. I can't think of his name though. He comes in here on the first Fridays for the food banks, but I can't think of what his name is.
They're not very, at least the ones downtown, they're not very responsive.
No, and then they started locking the door.
Yeah, yep.
When they said, like, when I first came home in 2009, 2010, when Becky and Jay were running, or Jay was running the Madison County office down there at the old health department,
Mhm.
man, that place was fun because you could go in there at any time during
And
the
hang
day
out, and just hang out.
and just hang
Yeah.
out. Like you didn't, and they're like, they wouldn't tell you get out of the office. We don't want to see you. And then if you sat there long enough, some of the old schoolers would come in. And I think that's where I met Ed Rollins the first time. And they would come in there and they would tell you like different things on how to apply for, comp claims. And so really my first half, they had me fill out stuff with the VSO, with American Legion, and then I think the DAV and all that, but I could never get anybody to answer the phone. So finally, Becky Brown is the one that helped me get to like 30 to 50%. And then something happened over there at the office. They fired, I don't know if they fired him, I shouldn't say that. Jay had to leave. They shut that office down over there eventually. Oh, I forgot the other part where they had the ones that were fighting. They had a female Marine that was in there. I thought she was pretty good, but they kept saying something about wait times. And then there was a local politician that went in there and got mad because he didn't want to wait in line. And so there was a big old fight that broke out in there.
Well, the problem is the VSO is one person handling the claims of hundreds of people. I mean, it's just understaffed. Just one person, you're doing the best you can, I guess. It's not them, it's just the process, let's be honest.
Yeah, the process is broke.
So
I
Karen,
did my claim by myself online.
so just to
I didn't have an
answer,
issue doing it.
just to answer your question, Karen, it's supposed to be open. They're supposed to be open, but what they've done is they've moved our office to the 8th Street. Is that
Star Bank.
Star Bank?
Star Bank.
Thank you. The Star
One
Bank
center.
office, and it's like on the second or third floor, and you have to go to the elevator and ring a doorbell, but they don't always answer the doorbell.
Correct.
Interesting.
Right. So sometimes I call up there and I like the guy, and he might be watching, but I can't think of his name. Sorry. Yeah, Splinter, it should be open 24/7, something, but they're not. They're not. It's not open the way that it should be.
I think it depends on who you talk to. A lot of people have different varying effects. Like my dad took 20 years to get his benefits. The one for the PAC that he never got it, but
Right.
me, I filed my reevaluation and I got it within after I seen the medical provider,
Mhm.
got all that crap, I got it within like 6 weeks.
Well, see, you had a trump card, and your trump card was that you got out on the medical. So and I'm assuming what you got out on is probably some of the same things that you got ready with the VA.
Well,
Is it something?
yes, the one thing I got out for, yes. But the good thing that helped me is I went to my VA doctor
Yeah.
and talked to her like, hey, I'm thinking about doing a reeval. And she just looked at me like, you're going to be fine. Because she said something I never thought about. Your conditions only get worse.
Especially as you age.
I never thought about that.
That's what I was thinking. I was telling telling my husband the other day, like I started having all these new pains and aches in my neck. Okay.
It's no fun.
And now it's not just on my bad side, which is my right side of my neck. Now it's hurting on my left side of my neck. And so I finally saw something the other day and it said, once you hit 40 and it started saying about something about the water in your bones. It started talking about everything starts kind of compacting a
When you
little
get
different.
older, it's just things happen.
Well, at least the video showed me how to take magnesium. What's that word? Glyphosate or something, and collagen. So I ordered some this week to see if it would help, because if I already have an injury and I'm fighting with the aging process, and we can't stop aging. So I got to figure out the balance, because man, there was one day this week I couldn't move, and then it goes down. It takes the whole right side.
Oh, yeah.
So I had all the way down to my fingers, all the way down to my
Sounds
toes.
like sciatica.
Yeah, good
It's
nerve
something,
stuff.
and as I'm aging, it's getting worse. So I'm like, okay. And I don't like taking meds. And then they took me off of any type of pain pill, and they gave me the gabapentin.
Yeah, they love to give you that.
The gabapentin and muscle relaxers. And and I'm okay with the muscle relaxers because it doesn't make me feel intoxicated. But somebody else told me, like on the gabapentin, that it's a nerve killer.
I don't know about that.
Long term, if you're on it for long term. And I'm like,
I took it for like 5
these
years.
people, you took it for
I
like
took
5
it for a
years?
long time.
Yeah.
But
Gabapentin, one of the VA gives you like a bunch of different pills. But have you tried like traction?
Well,
Like I don't
It's
know,
weird.
chiropractor types.
yes,
I don't know.
they do. Like
That help with chiropractor,
the
but
VA has me in, let's see, chiropractor, acupuncture, and massage therapy. But in the last 6 months, everything was going good, and I had it, and I would just boom, boom, boom. Was it 1 week I'd do like acupuncture, the next week I would do chiropractor. Well, they did another change in the last 6 months. So guess what? Everything's on the same order now, and now they only put like you get 8. Okay, so like, and it's under one topic, whereas before it was like under like massage therapy and
I see what
acupuncture
you
were
mean.
under one order, and then chiropractor was under another. Well, they put them together, and I don't know if it's a care in the community thing or what, but then I'm like, I can't even do it right, because I need the 8 visits for my chiropractor, because that's the stuff that even if I do all the exercising,
Well, they do 8 and then they have to renew it, right?
right.
Yeah.
Well, now where do you go?
I go there once.
You go to Muncie, the Seabach in Muncie?
I try not to go there. I go like 3 times a year just to get my medicine refilled. I try not to go there.
Okay.
I don't like my doctors often.
You don't like the one over there? See, I switched back to Marion because I didn't like my doctor at Seabach.
I need to switch. I just don't go enough.
Who do you have?
I have Gupta.
Yeah, I know from other folks that have him. I go to Muncie. I got LAR, and LAR is great.
Yeah, I need to switch. I just don't like. If I went more, I'd be more concerned. I'd literally just go for medicine. But older I'm getting, it's gonna be.
I have Deb
more
Hall
visits.
and Marion. I love her. She got me everything I needed.
A good provider is a huge benefit.
Yep.
I've had really good luck. Most of mine have been really good. Like I know people talk about the horror stories, and there are bad ones. But there's bad doctors everywhere. Though, let's be honest.
oh yeah,
It's not just the VA, but the VA is like crazy short-staffed right now since the government did the layoffs or.
Okay,
whatever.
that's a good. We got a good question. Who would be the highest paid government actor locally? Would that be the sheriff?
Yeah, I think that's what you said.
I think that it would be the
Probably the
sheriff.
sheriff or like the mayor probably gets paid pretty good, doesn't he?
Well-
The sheriff, I would agree with that unless they change the law.
Right?
The sheriff
Which one you want, the white ones or?
gets incentives.
Does he get incentives from the what's it called,
I
commissary?
think it's from commissary.
Commissary.
Now, don't quote me on that.
Yeah, I think I heard that the other day too, though.
Now, they were trying to change that law because you had some sheriffs that were making like over $300,000 a year because of the incentives that they were getting from, I believe it was from commissary.
Take a percentage of it.
Wow.
Now, I heard a long time ago that they used to get like 5% from all the sheriff's staff, but they changed that law a long time ago. They used to make a lot of money, but.
Okay, Splinter, check this. Let me get this back over here. So on the Indiana Gateway, to answer your question or just answer something real quick, you can go to the Indiana Gateway portal.
You should be able to pull the local salaries. They're all
oh
posted.
yeah.
But you don't pee on yourself, man.
Did you just? No, this ain't McDonald's. We don't,
I don't want to sleep.
I don't got no money for insurance. Okay.
I'm good. I got a liner in these.
All right.
It ain't you she's worried about, it's the carpet.
I know.
She don't
I
care
wasn't
about you.
thinking about the carpet. I was not thinking about the carpet.
I did. I'm just sitting here listening to the conversation
Okay,
and
let's
went to
see.
sleep.
These things happen.
I gotta, I'm gonna pull that up for you and then and it'll show us. Okay, so I'm on the Indiana Gateway portal. Let's see, where does it say? Because I'm thinking, my buddy Catherine pulled it up and the other day, and I'm thinking the highest paid actor was the sheriff. And I think that's how I saw it, was either 150 or 165. Okay, here we go. Employment compensation by unit. Employee. So we'll do 2025 Anderson. Because I know it's not the commissioners, because the commissioners are only making like 45,000, which I think is kind of low because they seem to have more of the workload. I thought anyway, but I think if everybody's hiring out their stuff, then it would not.
What do we got there?
Tyler, don't you want donut?
Yeah, they got,
Powder or
Donuts.
cinnamon?
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon? Ooh,
and then there's bagels up there, and I can go
Oh, this
heat it
one.
up in the over here. So okay, let's do highest paid compensation for 2025. Oh snap!
Thank you, sir.
Of course, of course.
Gotcha.
Is that even the right one?
You want some more coffee? And
No,
switch to
no.
water?
Anderson
More
Civil.
nothing.
Well, that's not what popped up last time, but that's interesting. So this week the power kept going out or the power went out and lots of people were complaining because all of our bills went up. And so the first thing that pops up on the screen, you guys, so I'm going to explain it to, I don't know why it's not showing it there. Okay, I know, I see.
You know when
Share
the
this
power went
tab
out,
instead.
Tuesday night?
Is yours at mine?
There.
Ours flipped.
Mine stayed out from Tuesday night until, Thursday morning.
Really? Yeah.
No, what?
That
Out,
was out 20,
by Highland
I live out there by, Payless.
on Cross Street.
That's Scattersfield.
Yeah, okay.
And I couldn't get my truck out, but hell, there was no way I was gonna try to raise that garage door. And so I didn't get any power until 3:00 on Thursday morning.
That's crazy.
Okay, well, so what the first thing that pops up, one of the highest paying jobs in Anderson is the municipal light and power. And the four-person makes $230,000 a year.
Yeah.
And there's like 10 to 15 different light and,
But
Yeah, light
that's
power.
probably like, yeah, those guys make ridiculous. Even the people that put the lines up make like 60.
Okay, that's not,
That's
oh.
crazy.
Paul P, he makes 118,000. David Ikes, okay, so this was something funny. In Anderson, David Ikes makes more money than the mayor.
And he's the deputy mayor, isn't he?
He's
That
a
seems
lot of
kinda
things.
odd. Why would you make more as the deputy mayor than
But
the
I
mayor?
don't think he gets paid to be the deputy mayor, though.
No,
I
you don't
think,
get paid to be deputy
Oh,
mayor.
you know?
oh,
No.
he's paid to be on the board of works, which was a point of contention not too long ago, because we got people saying that he shouldn't be getting paid to be on the board of works. But I don't have the Indiana code on that.
That seems weird to me.
Okay. Our city engineer makes 124,000.
Yeah, as an engineer, yeah, he probably gets paid. Engineers are.
Oh, wow, I got Indiana and Michigan, I guess, alike, electricity.
Yeah.
And my daughter says, you got Indiana and Michigan, it's been wild because they got a lot of problems up in Michigan.
AEP, is that what it's called?
Big what?
Yeah, yeah. Just
I got
keep
no-
calling them, be like, hey,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
it's, yeah.
I may have touched the wrong one, so sorry. Just give me a minute. I know, follow the money. Okay, so let's see. Anderson Township. This camper election is going to be interesting because the Anderson Township positions are all open. And then did you hear I got reprimanded, Art?
You ain't reprimanded all the time.
Because I shared Obadiah's Facebook. And Russ Willis screenshotted it and went to the District 5 Republican Party. And so it was in it. And so I'm like, you know what, guys? I said, I've never had anybody, nobody's ever handed me a rule book, right? That says, this is how you're supposed to do this. This is how you're supposed to do that. I've never had any of that. And then the Herald Bulletin asked me, something about it. And I was like, I was going to stand on my constitutional rights. I didn't see Obadiah, the Democrat, right? I saw my battle buddy from a different generation was running for office, and I shared it.
So what was their concern about you sharing? Is this,
Tried to say I was a Democrat and that
As a
I,
Republican endorsing other Democrats.
well, they need to wake up, because in this coming election nationwide, there are gonna be a lot of Republicans endorsing Democrats because they don't like the crap that's going on.
that's what I was trying, and then come to find out some of these rules that they wrote just happened in the last couple of years. So I was telling them, one of my arguments was, well, then you need to put, when people go to sign up for the military, you need to put it in front of them, like the party paper, so that we know. Because I remember when they asked me what I was, I said I was a Republican. I didn't know any better at the time. And so then here we are now,
But
and I'm like,
you're not an official within the Republican Party here in Madison County, are you?
not yet. Oh, I started running since last time. So I'm running for county council, D2. And we just did it, it was supposed to be like my crash course into politics and do one campaign. And it wasn't that big deal if I won or not, because I'm not going to spend a bunch of money on it. I just run it.
Because I don't
And-
understand how Russ Willis or anybody else, for that matter, could get that upset with somebody because they endorsed
They,
a candidate
they
outside.
want to prevent her from becoming
That's
a
the issue.
Republican
That's
Party
the issue.
official.
That's
Yes,
what,
That's what the claim.
okay.
Yes, that's the issue right there. You hit it on the nose.
And I was collateral damage
Because
because
it wasn't just
they
Obadiah.
wanted,
It was other veterans that she promoted.
yeah, because it was
Democrat.
Obadiah. The other one was the SOS Potter. And then I shared something about Julian Franklin, and he's the younger one. So he's still currently a soldier. I think he's a National Guard guy, and he was really nice. And I liked the way that he held himself in the, or just his mannerisms. And I didn't even say anything on that one. I just said, I just shared the post. But that
You
was in
should
there.
probably look at this website, this organization called Veterans for Responsible Leadership.
Ooh, I will do that.
And it is it's a nonpartisan organization, and what they do is exactly what you were attempting to do. Work with, endorse, and help veterans that are running for political office,
Regardless of party.
regardless of party.
See, and so that was my defense. I was like, I'm going to stand on the Constitution, and it shouldn't matter, because I was looking at a veteran running for office, and I was excited because this is the first time in a long time that so many of us are running,
Yeah.
especially in Indiana local politics, from local and multiple counties all the way up to the state level. And I was just impressed by it. So they basically publicly admonished me for whatever. And then they used some other cropped footage because I said something about Diego Morales, because he hasn't. I have filed more complaints about the election and Russ Willis. That was the other funny thing. I have like 5 years worth of complaints on Russ, right, from 2020 election. Madison County Election Board has failed to adjudicate any of my hearings or any of my complaints. So then last year they ruled Russ Willis's behaviors as moot, or any of his actions any complaints that were still open when he stepped down, moot. I'm like, this is not moot. I'm not going out that easy. But I did. I let it go because, I've let it go. And then this year he slaps me with some
And they
stupid.
filed the complaints before they knew you even filed to run as a candidate for county council.
Oh, because I made Indiana delegate. So I think that's what triggered the
They
complaint.
just don't want you to be a party official, that's what he's saying. It
But I
then
made
prevents you from being on the ballot.
Yeah, I made it. So I did get the public admonishment, and then Catherine they put her in bad standing. But she shared, what'd she share? Because I didn't really, because mine was like 90 pages. Hers was like more than that. And I'm like, I'm like, poor Catherine. But one of them, she shared the coroner for Marion County. I don't know if she's the coroner right now, but at the time she had done this historic something, and boom. So she was in Catherine's packet. So anyway, Catherine, they labeled her as bad standing. But at this point, we're like, you know what? We have morals and values. And if like somebody else told me that we might have to pledge allegiance to the party at some point, and I'm like, bro, I'm not pledging allegiance to someone. I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can pledge allegiance to a party when I want to help the people. Yeah.
Gotta play along to go along.
Seems like that's the.
Just the way it is.
Mhm.
And they were mad because we support Rebecca Crooms all the time too. And it's like, we're like,
These people are. I have no idea.
well, she's the former city council woman, and she was the president. And she's just a really nice, again, and I'm going to
She's
say
awesome.
it. You can clip me and get me in trouble, but I think Rebecca Crooms is awesome. She's good people. And so what she was doing, she was taking her phone and going live from the city council podium for many years. Okay. And that's how a lot of us figured out what was going on inside the city council chambers. So it was cool because it would be from a county council standpoint, you know, it would be looking out at the crowd. And that was before
Aren't those
they,
meetings televised or recorded?
they weren't, well,
I thought they always had to be.
They are
Well,
now.
the city was televised, but not the county.
Oh, I
And-
thought they had to be.
And as of last July, I believe it was last
Yep.
July, it is now a state law that
Mhm.
all meetings have to be.
yep, all meetings have to be, but you know who tries to get out of doing it?
that?
Richard Sims and Greg Winkler. All the boards like the Anderson Redevelopment Board, there was something not too long ago, revolving fund board of some sort.
All kinds of boards for all kinds of stuff.
I have a
How they launder the
spreadsheet.
money.
Well,
I have a spreadsheet with all the different boards and the people, because we have people that are on multiple boards. A perfect example is David Ikes. He's on like 5+ different boards.
you get paid to be on each board?
No. But we still have all these problems. So to me, it's like if you're that spread thin and we still have all these problems out here, we need new teams. You know, we need new teams. I get it. He's got experience. He's been there for a while. Mayor Broderick likes him, but we need more.
A lot of it comes down there to money to do things. Like, look at all the abandoned houses. I know they were tearing down some of them, but they're all over the place. Some of them look like they're about to fall down. You know?
Yeah, we do. And see, I would have liked to have taken some of those houses and putting homeless in it, but doing it like where you use them to help do the work to upgrade the houses. But I also had a hub idea. Okay, I had a hub idea that we ran it like Ellis Island. So whenever they would come in, they wouldn't be spread out all over downtown Anderson, right? And they would have access to a bathroom, shower,
Kitchen.
some sort of kitchen,
You have to have-
like just like military, like when you go into a foreign country or someplace to take over and you set up this little fob area for everybody. And then I had ideas for like tents, places for tents, and I even had an idea for the no-go zones, and you give them like the ones that are antisocial, okay, and put the antisocials, they get their own tree over there somewhere, and that's where they get to stay, you know.
Somebody's
And
got to
then-
pay for it, though. That's the problem.
Well, we were going to do self-sustainability. So we were going to build it with as much DIY as we could, and then probably ask for public-private funding. So we weren't really going to ask the city for a lot of money. We just wanted them to let us have a property.
But there's plenty of them that are abandoned.
Well, you know, they didn't want to come off any of those. They didn't want to come off any of the old factory buildings, and they didn't want to come off of a acre or two.
They're not making tax revenue off of
No,
it.
they sure aren't.
So why not? You know what I mean?
It makes
a lot
no
of
sense.
places will donate materials too because it's tax write-off.
Right. And that's what I figured we would do. And I had all kinds of great little ideas, right down to making little hut things on wheels. So if we were in a location where it might have flooded or something, we could pull all of our gear out without having to worry about it getting ruined by the water. So anyway, they didn't go with us. They went with the task force, and we're 2 years out. And
Everything takes forever.
they gave the $900,000 for the homeless stuff from the ARPA funds to Aspire. Then they gave the 250,000. It might be 200,000 now. They're still kind of sitting on top of it. So we're kind of like, we got a bunch of problems. There was 4 or 5 overdoses this last 2 weeks in front of the Christian Center.
Wow. Where'd they get 900 grand to give to people?
The ARPA funds, American Rescue Plan Act.
Oh, okay.
So
Which
basically,
runs out in December.
right. So if they don't have it spent and it's sitting somewhere in a fund, it'll have to go back.
They'll find a way to spend it. We don't get
So
it
it's
back.
going to be really interesting.
This is how it works.
And then my biggest thing here recently with them trying to rule it, like when we were talking about that when you first came in, like ruling homelessness illegal in the state of Indiana. Well,
Weird.
now what? So now, okay, so then veterans, yeah, everybody's excited about going to war in Iran. And then here I'm seeing, I went from hero to homeless to homeowner in 10 years. Okay. So I foresee that happening, but not everybody can go from being homeless back to homeowner, because once you get to that homeless spot, if you don't have the right people helping you, then you're just in this constant vicious chaotic cycle. And that seems to be what's going on downtown. And
What about they doing it in Indianapolis now?
what are they doing in Indy? They ran them off,
They helping the homeless
but they
get houses.
oh, I just saw that pop up.
Really?
I haven't got to
Yes.
read. I have not got to read into that. But I did see it within the last week.
Yeah,
That-
they're trying to get them all off.
And whatever program you're talking about, from what I understood, was actually helping getting people off the street.
That's good.
It was
Yes.
helping them get into housing. But somewhere else said the HUD is on like a 5-year waiting list. So unless you're in one of those types of programs,
Yeah.
you know, it's
Yeah,
going
there's
to
only
be
so
tight.
much HUD housing. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, it's going to be tight. But my concern was then now you take a veteran, okay, that's hero. Something happens, God forbid, they got to come home in Indiana. And then they have to worry about now becoming, I don't want to say a felon. What is it? Misdemeanor? Get in trouble, you know, for being.
Yeah.
And if you try to go in, like somebody was arrested, I think 2 or 3 days ago for trespassing in the old tent city down by Dawson's Garage. And I'm like, well, where do you expect them to go? And then I get everybody was upset about them camping out on the trails. And I keep trying to tell all of them, go into the wood areas. Don't set your tents and your encampment on a trail. That's how they're getting busted and they're getting caught and they're getting ran off. Like, and then it's shared public spaces. You know, we want to be able to share the, you know, go over there. But some of them get very defensive of their areas. Like, you can't come in my area. Well, you're in a public space. They tried to set up shop down there at the Rangeline Nature Preserve. 2024. They were firing guns off in the woods. And I'm like, oh, you're too close. Get away.
And there's also mountain bike trails back in there
And they spend a lot of time on that. Because I know you ride. And I saw one of your things the other day that I don't know, you were riding, right? Okay. I saw your little thing you did there. That was kind of cool. What kind of app were you using to figure that out?
That's a whole bunch of them. I use Strava.
Okay.
I saw them running them running the homeless out back by Walmart
Where at?
in the back.
The back area?
Mhm.
Okay, because there are, well, I mapped everything out, but every time that we have a spot or, you know, a decent little spot where we can find them and try to help them, somebody comes in and runs them out. They were living in the tree line as you go like out towards 53rd Street.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
then-
well, they ran them out of there too.
Yeah, they went in there and they cleared it out. So they couldn't camp back in there. And then where was the other one? Oh, they're hiding off in the brush line behind all the hotels on Scatterfield as you're running down like past Arby's in the car lot, Wendy's.
Okay.
So there's something back behind Wendy's where they hang out. I'm not gonna say anymore because now I just realized you probably I don't want somebody going, oh, we're gonna go run them off there. Okay,
They're always gonna find another place though.
so I don't necessarily agree with that
Yeah, but
one.
I don't see how you can make it a crime unless you're gonna put money, serious money, into solving the issue.
Right,
You know, it's great that Indianapolis is trying, you know, is coming up with a program to find housing for those folks, but they got money.
Yeah.
We don't have money. There's no way in the world we can find the funds and do something like that here in Madison County.
yeah,
Federal
certainly.
government's gonna have to step in.
I think so
And
too.
we all know that's not gonna happen.
Right,
I just feel like you're wasting a lot of resources for a problem that's never gonna go away.
Right.
Like if you actually enforce it, which I'm sure they will to an extent at first, probably. But
Well, what'll happen is our problem will move to Ohio or Illinois or something like that.
yeah, it's true. It's for someone else. I don't know.
okay, so guys, sorry on the feed with all these questions, I'm behind. When I look up to talk to everybody, I don't see your stuff. So I'm very, very, very sorry about that.
So you have people looking?
We have about 5 viewers on the multiple platforms. I went live on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different platforms
Okay.
right
'Cause I
today.
didn't see
even know
anybody
the
on
different
Facebook. I mean, I
things.
didn't see anybody on YouTube.
Well, on the StreamYard, it says 6. So
Are you on StreamYard?
yeah, I'm using
Okay.
StreamYard. So it's telling me out of all the different,
Okay, so that's a combination.
There's comments
it's a-
all on this column over here.
yeah, because that's the StreamYard.
These
So
they just can't see it.
yeah, so and then the YouTube. So our YouTube channel is so new that it wouldn't go live for me on there yet.
It's
So
live.
What's the YouTube channel?
go. Let me give you the one that we're on right now. So www.youtube/ or youtube.com/
Hold on a minute.
No, you're,
I don't even know if I
the
have a banner.
Veterans Coffee Club podcast, Two Chicks with Political.
Yeah,
Podcast.
that's the other one we have, but I went ahead and went live there too, just to have
And
it.
then the other one is Heads Up in Company Production.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put that right here at
There's
the bottom.
3 of them.
Let me see.
Catherine.
Yes.
It's going live on Catherine's
Yeah, it's going
too.
on live on 3 of them.
Yeah,
So here's Catherine's.
yeah,
She runs 6 of them.
And
yeah. So the one that everybody's
Oh,
commenting on, I think, is this
then
one.
you have
Yeah, that's me. So that's where I do my editing, and I try to keep all the local events. So
What's it called again?
okay, heads up.
There's
46016. So youtube.com /@ and then heads up with a Z.
Or if you
Actually,
do the Coffee Club of Madison County,
Better.
all 3 of them will pop up.
Yeah.
okay, that too. So eventually what's going to happen is once that YouTube channel gets cleared by YouTube, this will go live on there. And depending on how well this takes off, we may do it every week, but we do it from home. And then that way we can still have the camaraderie. Because I think as things play out,
That's right.
we're going to need each other a lot more than what we have up to this point.
It's pretty cool.
So yeah, this was something new that we just started, and then I figured out how to work the StreamYard. So one of my biggest sponsors is Catherine V. Callahan. She's just always been really good to me. So Catherine helped us get the StreamYard pass, and now we can go live all the time and just talk about all kinds of stuff
It's cool.
instead of having to worry about one on Facebook and then hoping that somebody comes and sees it.
I don't know.
Well, let me put a shameless plug out. We are in desperate need of volunteer drivers.
And where, with who?
With VA, but through the VFW.
Okay,
We have more veterans that need transportation to appointments than what we have drivers available. Right now, we're down to 2 drivers. And we're having to turn veterans away because we just don't have enough drivers to get into their appointments.
wow.
So as you're out and about, retirees, and they don't have to be a veteran, any retirees that are looking for things to do, we could use some drivers.
That's a nice little, that would be nice. So I don't know if
I
you
remember you
guys
said that last time, yeah.
get me
Yeah,
that.
last time we had 3 drivers.
That's 3. Yeah, I know that's, yeah. You cover the whole county, or is it just
Yeah, we cover
whoever?
our county.
That's a lot. It's a lot of folks.
Get me your contact information on who to talk to.
Okay. You
And
know
I'll,
Jeremiah Thurman?
no,
Okay, let me get you in touch with Jeremiah Thurman.
okay, because I can put some
Yeah.
plugs, because I got all these. So this is the ones we're live on are just my pages, and I actually have Facebook groups where we have almost 30,000 members or users. So I can plug that in there and see if anybody wants to do some volunteer
I'll get
stuff.
I'll get you the info.
So it's around 10:30.
Yeah, we can have, if we have enough drivers, we can have vans on the road 5 days a week.
And that's how it used to be. I think I remember when I first came home, and of course that's 15 years ago, but I remember there was always somebody to drive. I think that's the same thing. I think DAV was having issues too. They only had
Yeah,
a
I've seen
handful.
DAVs at the hospital. Like this.
Yeah, the DAVs are the ones, well, there's multiple service organizations that do this, but they provide the vehicles, but all the drivers actually have to be vetted by the VA.
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and shut this live stream down for now. And we will see you again
4 weeks.
soon.
So, question, and I apologize, my Saturdays are not always aren't always very flexible. So if I'm not here, it's because I've got other things that I'm not saying more pressing than this, because I really enjoy being around other veterans. But have you thought about, are you considering doing any type of programming?
As soon as we pick up, yeah. I mean, like, cause right now it's we've had a rough start, and I got everything to the, what do you call it? So we're like registered with the state. I need to register with the IRS to be like the official
Yeah.
not-for-profit. And I thought at that point, if we had enough people, that we would start doing
Well, maybe,
miscellaneous things.
then think about this. The programming perhaps maybe could draw the people instead of waiting for the people and then have the program.
Okay, I see. That's a good point.
And publicize it early enough.
When you say programming, like having people come.
So for example, we talked earlier, one of the first conversations that we had was disability compensation.
Yeah.
Maybe have somebody that has real good knowledge about that process.
Because that was what we talked about. Like, we were hoping that we could start having people come in and then team up with other veterans in other states,
Yeah.
even maybe to where because I can actually have 10 people on the board, like on the StreamYard board, they could be from all over the place, helping talk and pull people in.
A lot of it's confusion too, I think, because they meet the same time we do. The other coffee club meet at the same time. Same day.
Yeah,
That's if they do.
that's if they
We don't
do.
even know.
It's up and down because they didn't meet for 3 to 4 months, and then all of a sudden in January they pick back up. I think they may have had one in February.
I still think we olive branch it, but I get it. It is what
No,
it is.
you're going to be our olive
I'll
branch.
go over there and talk to him. I don't care. We're all one family, in my opinion.
Mhm.
We shouldn't squabble over stupid stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Agreed. 100%.
I mean,
All right,
I personally
I'm
do
gonna
not
go
care.
ahead and
I
shut
get it.
down, and
The
then we're
reason
gonna have
she
a
picked
talk
the
and
second
move along.
Saturday
So,
was
all right,
because we
guys, so,
thought that
Right, I remember
thank you
that,
for
yeah.
tuning in,
It wasn't
and
to
we'll
compete.
see you again.
Oh, yeah, I remember we talked
Next
about all that
month.
stuff, yeah.
Same time frame, second Saturday. And if anybody wants to stay tuned, me and Catherine will be on later around 7:30 to talk about some stuff that just popped up on our radar in the last 24 hours. All right, guys, have a good one.